Hey guys, this is Quinn. What's up? This is my beautiful wife, Carrie.
Hello, that's me.
And we're going to do some Q&A for you guys on what it's like to be a lesbian couple, now identifying, I guess, like a straight couple since I've come out as being trans. Wrote a list of questions for her to answer, and she can feel free, of course, to ask me anything. So question number one, why did you wonder if I was trans?
Well, why don't we tell them how long we've been together?
Okay. Well, I mean, I have in a previous video, but yeah, let's recap.
Okay.
So
Alright.
we've been together for about 4 years. We got married almost a year and a half ago in Boston.
Right.
And about 13 years before that, 14, we're old. 14 years before that, I was her first kiss, and that's where it all started.
First, I don't know if it's still appropriate to say, but first lesbian kiss? Yeah,
It was back then.
We're still working shit out.
Yes. So, why did you wonder if I was trans? And I asked that because about once a year, every year, since we've been together, at some time or another, randomly, it's come up, and she's always been like, hey, if you ever realize you want to be a boy, tell me. And I'm always like, oh, no, I think I would have known by now, and, so I just wanted to get her take on why she always asks me that. Babe?
Right, so it was more of a, hey, PT dubs, if you know you're trans, let me know now, before this shit goes any further, pretty much. So, I don't know, it was just, Quinn's never been a quote-unquote female, I guess. Like, my dad has always said, Kim might be a woman, but she's damn sure no lady. And we're in the South, so that's pretty funny. But pretty accurate, Everything about her is very masculine, right down, honestly, like, TMI, but seriously, like, right down to the way that we have sex. Very masculine. I'm a little bit older than Quinn, and have been in several long-term relationships, like lesbian relationships, and they were always a lesbian dynamic. I'm a femme girl. I always have dated butch women, and so there was a butch femme dynamic, but never quite the same as our dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. I don't know really how to explain it, but
It's because they didn't have these guns.
oh goodness gracious. And he's been working out, and this is what I deal with all the time. So literally, just a side note, this whole thing has been kind of like a dark cloud, like looming and whatnot. And now that he's starting to like come to terms with like, all of this, and we're able to talk about it through the tears, because there's still a lot of tears, at least on my end.
Mine too.
Yeah. But he's like a kid in a candy store, like, can't stop talking about it, can't stop working out, can't stop, like, trying on clothes and taking pictures of himself, like,
And let me be clear that I'm pre-T. It's just
right.
the whole binder thing is kind of new. I've had it for a couple months, and now that I've been slowly working out, I'm slowly getting muscle definition and
Right.
Stuff like that.
And I mean, I'm pretty much a Facebook picture whore. Like, I'm that bitch that you don't want to see, like, the 17 angles of the same outfit or the same eyeshadow. And, Kim had always been like, yeah, really, babe? And now Quinn is like, I like this angle. Oh, look at my sideburns. Like, so it's just, anyway, I digress.
Look at my sideburns.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty awesome.
They're pretty awesome. They are. So, pretty much just the way that Quinn has led me down this road of every so often asking, are you sure there's nothing you want to tell me? Like, are you sure, before you get married, are you sure you aren't trans, kind of thing. I have some close trans friends, and had the opportunity to be in a relationship with both of them at separate times, and as much as I love them independently as people, I'm a lesbian. I view myself as a lesbian. I only date women. hence maybe why the not telling, or not coming to terms with for quite
Not
some time.
telling what?
Not telling me that you're a boy.
Oh, me not telling.
Right. Sorry if I confused anyone there.
So can we get on with question number 2?
Wow. Don't be a dick
I
in
won't.
front of all these people who we don't know.
That's true.
My bra strap showing.
Oh, actually you did good, babe. That was 1 and 2. You covered it.
Oh, I'm on it.
What are your feelings on me pre and post binding and my breast dysphoria?
Well, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a lesbo and I really like tits. I guess this kind of leads into.
I like tits
first,
too, just
right.
not these tits. I like those.
He
tits.
likes mine. I like mine too. I'm the lesbian that will like sit at my desk at work and like make them jiggle so I can watch them. I don't know, whatever. So I guess that kind of goes into the first question. What was the question again?
We are on feelings on me.
No, we're not. We're on 3. I did 2. Okay.
Why did you wonder if I was trans?
No, something about boobs or something. Dysphoria.
This question is feelings
Oh.
on me pre, post binding, and breast dysphoria.
Sorry.
We're gonna get there. Don't worry.
Yeah. Do you want to start this over?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So feelings. Okay. So, that was one of my questions for Quinn because it's always been like a hands off the tatas situation.
Pretty much hands off of everything.
Right. Tatas. You can't see downstairs. Down there. It's pretty much hands off. So, like, every once in a while, like, maybe, like, once every, like, 6 months to a year, I'd be able to touch the boobs. I get all excited about it. But, anyway, so I guess it's really no different as far as, like, the having sex part with the boobs or the no boobs.
And I think that her only being able, her once a year little hurrah, I got to touch a boob is just me feeling like
Guilt,
I don't want to
guess.
deprive her of what she loves,
Right.
so I'll just give in for a minute,
Right.
even though it doesn't do anything for me, or,
Kind of makes me feel a little dirty, I'll be honest.
Oh, no.
But the whole, like...
Dirty, like...
Dirty,
guilty?
like, kind of makes you feel a little guilty that you're like, oh, just touch him. But I think he's kind of like that. And sorry, I'm still really working on the pronouns. Like, this is brand new.
Yeah, like
And I
3
think
days
that I'm
old,
doing
maybe.
stellar. I bought a cup for him and Crackle Barrel last night.
Cracker Barrel.
No, whatever. It's Cracker Barrel. Anyway, I bought a cup that had Bob Dylan lyrics and something about a man being lost, and it was just really cute. So the 975-year-old woman behind the counter was like, oh, my husband, blah, blah, blah. So I then said my husband, and we had this whole conversation. He's pointing at the list. Maybe he should have made this video by him damn self.
Be nice, lover.
Anyway, so post binder, not a big fan, honestly. I don't like that thing. I think that for him it's great because up here, like, makes him feel so much better. So for that, I'm a cheerleader for that. Health-wise, I have such a concern. Like, I don't think that you should squeeze your parts. So for me, if it was a choice between, like, bind forever or have the top surgery, like, I think the top surgery is totally more healthy. So I don't even sound right.
Yeah.
More healthy.
Yeah.
Healthier.
I mean, it is healthier.
Right. It's just totally healthier.
I mean, you don't want to squeeze your lungs and your heart all your life for
Right.
12 hours a day.
And but honestly, like, there's been such a boost of confidence when it comes to him. Like, he wants to dress up. He wants to look like,
Dapper.
Right. I was just gonna say that same word, and I thought, should I not? Like, who's gonna know what dapper means? Anyway, there's just like a little certain swag that Quinn has now. Like, before, like, Quinn didn't like his picture taken at all, especially if you could, like, see, like, his breasts in her shirt or whatever. So I feel like
and now
that's
it's like
kinda,
glamour shots in this
oh,
bitch.
I come home, I work in another city, so I'm gone for about 14 hours a day. And I come home, and seriously, he's like, babe, look at this picture. Babe, look at this picture. Babe, look how, look. And I'm like, oh my God, you're sexy. It's fine. Come on, I'm dinner. I wanna eat. So.
And actually, when I first got my binder, I took this picture of myself, and it blew me away how flat I looked and how good that looked to me and how much it appealed to me. And honestly, that was one of the main contributors to me investigating this whole trans stuff, because I couldn't quit staring at a picture of myself. And I don't usually like how I look, so...
Pretty sexy. So I would think that you would think that you were sexy.
See why I keep her.
Right. Well, anyway, I'm the one who encouraged the binder, which...
Yeah, I didn't really know what it was.
Mess, I guess. So,
Yes.
Yes. Well, you know what I mean. I just mean this whole situation, pointing at the list again.
No, I was just looking. So, does my breast dysphoria affect you other than my appearance?
Yes. It affects me in the hands-off sexual way. It affects me because it affects you, because it makes you sad. So anything that makes you sad makes me sad. You know. And I don't know. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Okay. All right.
I'm sure it
Let's
does
see.
some other ways, but I don't know them right now.
Since I'm in, a very newbie stage to this, there's still a lot of guilt and shame associated with it. It kind of feels like when I came out as a lesbian, everyone as a society and a culture looks down on that so much that, I felt like a sinner for like a while, it just makes you feel so bad about yourself. And I think I'm kind of in that stage coming out as trans now. So
I agree with that.
I have a lot of guilt and shame about, how I feel, and like I've said before, logically, I know I shouldn't, but my emotion hasn't caught up to my logic yet. So the next question would be, is the guilt and shame I feel about how I feel affecting you, and if so, how?
Yeah, I mean, huge, I guess, really is kind of the short answer to the long story there, but a lot, back to, we've been together a long time, we've been friends even longer, so obviously if you care about someone, love someone, have chosen to spend your life with that person, then anything that makes them sad or anything that affects you or them will affect you in the same way if you have a soul and if you're a good human being. I think I'm a pretty cool bitch.
You are.
So,
You're my favorite.
Am I your favorite bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the top bitch. So anyway, so I feel like, because it's made,
We did not add the bra strap sound effect. That was organic.
what's organic? That's a good word. I like it.
But I'm sorry.
Anyway, so I feel like because it's made him so sad, it's made me so sad. And I feel like vice versa, because I'm so sad about it makes him more sad. And it kind of is this like hamster wheel effect of a situation where things are changing so drastically, and there is a lot of guilt behind it as far as, how do I tell my family, and, what does this mean for our family, and what does this mean for him and I as a couple.
Good job.
Caught myself. So what does it mean for him and I as a couple? I had always said that I would not be with a trans man. Again, I had been given the opportunity. And then about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, we were driving in the car and we had this, December? Okay, so 4 months, maybe 5 now. It's May? No, it's April, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes,
December.
it's April, not my sister's birthday yet. So anyway, so we were driving in the car and we had this conversation about, if you're trans, I would never leave. And I kind of, like, as those words are coming out of my mouth, wanted to, like, shove them back in and eat them. And I couldn't. But it needed to be said, because then all of this came to fruition, and
Yeah,
he could be happy. So
I think her saying that kind of gave me the mental permission I didn't know I was looking for to start exploring the possibilities of, gender exploration.
I agree, and I think it was kind of the catalyst, but I think that, again, that statement came out of his sadness affecting me, there's no doubt in my mind that I would never date a trans man. Just none. And not that I'm saying...
Can you clarify that? I didn't even understand that sentence.
Oh, okay. There's no doubt in my mind that I would date a trans man because I, in my mind, think that person is a man and I'm a lesbian, and that's just how it is. I'm a lesbian who dates lesbians. However, I married Quinn, and I'm so head over heels in love with the person that Quinn is that it doesn't matter to me what the outside of Quinn looks like, because the inside of Quinn is always going to be the same to me. And if I have to figure out how I'm going to deal with a goatee or a mustache or things, or, figure out where that puts me as in, I'm straight or whatnot. Anyway, I'll figure that out. The only thing that I did say is that if he grows hair on the back of his back, I will wax it.
It's going to be like, oh, Kelly Clarkson!
Right, it'll be like a 40-year-old virgin. I'm going to wax his back, because that's...
Alright, so we're getting a little long here. 15 minutes. We're going to try to speed up the end.
Sorry.
So,
Great.
The other night I said that we went out to dinner with a few friends. I'm not going to name any names. And...
like the FBI, or
it
like,
might be.
Are they undercover?
Well, no, but,
That's fine. Friends.
Yes.
Very nice friends. Lovely friends.
Friends. And, one of them is a trans man, so I'm like, he's only ever known me as Quinn, so I'm like, baby, when we get to the restaurant, he's probably going to call me Quinn. And this was before, I could admit to myself I was trans, before she had, really called me Quinn. We tried it a couple times, but not in public or to any important extent.
In bed.
Yes, in bed, thanks. Thanks, lover. So, quit making me blush. So... about 10 minutes before we got out of the car, I was like, so do you think you could call me Quinn and he and him tonight? Because she had asked me before, and it just made me burst into tears, and I lost my shit. Because, the whole guilty thing. So we decided to use male pronouns, and Quinn that night, I used only the male bathrooms, like I've said in my previous video. So my question to you, my love, is what can you interpret from both of our feelings about what happened that night? Like, as I said, I was kind of pretty comfortable hearing it. It didn't bother me in the least, but I didn't have a light bulb go off either. Right. So I just wanted your interpretation on that.
Okay, so my interpretation on your feelings is that it certainly resonates more with you to be called Quinn and he than Kim and she. I think she kind of makes your skin crawl a little bit. But I think kind of always has,
I don't think I've always been aware of it, but I definitely think it has.
Or you know what's really a button? Lady.
Oh,
I know, it's so funny.
Oh,
so funny.
God.
Oh, yeah, somebody called her a lady, him a lady, somebody a lady. Whew.
I hate it when you go to restaurants. Hey, ladies.
Right.
Oh, fuck lady. How about that?
Yeah, well, maybe you can fuck this lady later. So anyway, and I was actually better with it than I thought I would be. Because again, I don't call Kim much. I say wifey, wifey, or lover, or my love, or my heart, or sexy, or whatever. But wifey is the one that I choose to use the most. So, and I am not quite there with husband yet, although I'm working on it.
I'm not there with husband yet either.
And I have said it a couple times to people, not to him. But I think that I was more comfortable with it than I thought I was going to be.
With husband, or just
with husband, with he,
male pronouns,
with Quinn, with whatever. And because I think I see how much it sets him at ease. So since it sets him at ease, maybe it'll set me at ease. And honestly, like when we went out to dinner with our friends, he still had not come to terms with the whole I'm trans thing. Although I totally knew it. I totally called it. Called it 6 months ago. I called it, I was like, just tell me. Like, I am a Libra, and so I have to have answers and balance. And so if there's like a big question, I don't do well with questions, but I do great with answers. So,
and I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm,
does nothing but question.
I have to question and
everything.
philosophize.
Like,
and
did I buy the right kind of toothpaste? Should I buy the other toothpaste? Well, wonder if I would have liked the other toothpaste better. Everything's a fucking question. So, love you, mean it. So anyway, so I think that once he came to me and was able to say, I'm 75% trans, and then he came to me a little while later and said, no, really, I'm trans. I was just a little scared to tell you, and I was like, really? Shocker.
Well,
surprise face.
I wasn't scared to tell you. I was just scared that it was true.
I called
Scared.
bullshit.
I was scared to admit it to myself. I mean, you know,
Sorry.
of course I was scared to say it out loud, to tell her, to tell anyone, but, you know, it's a scary thing to come to terms with. So I definitely, my fear was holding back my realization.
And I think that is true. And I'm sorry that I was being so sassy.
Oh, no, I don't
But
get when you're sassy.
I know you do. But I really do kind of think that I'm right a little bit, and you're right a little bit. We're both right. So, with that being said, now that I have the, like, definitive, like, he's trans, we're moving forward in this direction, we actually are getting the opportunity to move to a different city at the end of this coming month, which I think will be hella fantastic for him, because we get to meet people, and the new people that we meet, we get to meet him as Quinn and him as my husband, instead of, oh, PT Dubs, my wife is now going to be a man. You know, like that whole, like, in the South.
No one will know me as
stuff.
Female.
Right.
Unless,
obviously just our new friends, but.
I mean, I'm not under any, you know, illusions that I can pass, but at least I can gender myself in their eyes, because they don't know me.
Right. So I think for us, like, the next step is just, you know, we've come to that conclusion of, you know, where we're going, or where we're at, I guess. So now we're figuring out where we're going. So, you know, for me.
And I definitely know I want top surgery.
Right.
I mean.
And I'm already putting that shit in our budget.
As soon as possible, I want them gone.
So we go see his gender therapist on Tuesday. It'll be my first visit. So we're going to do it together. And I don't know what the legality is about how long you have to do therapy and how long you have to do all of the stuff before you can have your name changed and
or
top
surgery.
And I am really, again, because I'm the Libra, the planner and the, you know, so I will do all that research to figure out when it will be safe to have that done, because I don't, the binder really scares me, and you know, even we've had a conversation about having a reduction to the smallest size and then still wearing a binder, but what's the point? Like, if you know you want them gone and they're, you know, he has always been dysphoric about them, then, you know, as long as he's okay with that situation, like, I already put that shit in our budget. So we can save money and get them the fuck gone. If that will make you a happy, healthier person, I am all for it. And
she's great.
My boobs are so fabulous, I can just play with mine.
She's got enough for both of us, believe me.
So.
Alright. Let's make this quick. Oh my goodness.
Nobody's gonna watch this video, it's so long.
So, what is your if I could talk, what is your,
fig?
Yes, what is your fig, baby?
My fig?
God,
my
what's your
biggest
fig? No, what is your biggest fear about this whole process? In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. That I had a picture perfect life. You know, I had worked really hard to get back to where I wanted to be. We had the perfect life, and now I feel like all of that has been turned upside down, like on its ear, and I'm scared that we won't ever get back to that perfect life. And I'm also scared that although he is saying that he could or could not do tea, I know my husband, and I think that within 6 months he'll be starting tea.
Well, I think it takes like a year anyway to get your letter.
Within a year he'll be starting tea, and my biggest, scariest, nastiest fear is that he's going to decide that he likes boys, because a lot of trans men end up liking boys. And
not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. And listen, you like who you like and you do who you want to do. I just want to make sure my husband still wants to do me and not somebody else's husband.
Well, I think that, you know, I've never desired a penis.
Right, but
And I don't think I'm going to start now. I
Right.
mean, maybe I said that wrong. I've never desired a man sexually, so I don't think you have anything to worry about. I love vagina.
did you just say you love vagina?
I do love vagina, don't you?
I do love vagina, although his is normally off limits. So sad. We have sex like a straight couple. We've always, like, that was one of the hardest things for me to get used to when we first started dating, is I am a lesbian and I have always had lesbian sex and, you know, the whole 9 yards. And we totally have sex like a straight couple. So nothing in our sex life is going to change whatsoever. I mean,
Yeah.
really, nothing.
Except the fact that I think I have to call it a prosthetic now, which
Oh, I
kind of
don't
sounds
like
like a
that word.
fake arm or
Can
something.
we not? Can we not use that? Can we? Is it
Hey.
okay? Who else out there doesn't use that word? Look,
Guess
look
what?
at the face it's making me make.
Guess what? The good thing about this is we only have to do what makes us comfortable.
Okay, can we still call it like your cock or a strap
Sure.
on or? I like your cock. I mean, I do like his cock, but I like calling it your cock. I don't
No.
like prosthetic.
Okay.
Ooh, I just got hushed. Did you guys hear that?
You see how she makes me blush? I can't take it
Damn.
on film.
He asked me to be in this video. He knows I'm loud and crude. You've met. Hi, my name's Carrie.
I love you.
I love you too. Are we done now?
All right.
Because it's
My
26
biggest
minutes.
fear. Can we do my biggest fear?
Oh, I guess we can.
All right. My biggest fear is every fucking thing. But now that she's done adjusting her tits, now that I've accepted that I'm trans, I think beyond telling everyone and the whole social transition, my biggest fear is if I do take T, my singing voice, because I am a musician and I don't want to take time off of being on stage and performing for my voice to even out. I don't want to have to relearn new muscle memory to hit notes, like just a whole, you know, whole can of worms. But I have, you know, bigger fears to deal with than that right now, like everything, this whole transition and, you know, telling everyone. But
Tell our
we've
families.
rattled, yes, we've rattled on long enough, so we're gonna conclude this. Hope you guys watch this half-hour video.
Sorry.
We might have to cut it in two. But thanks for listening, and please feel free to comment, question, anything, advice. Babe, anything else?
I just kind of want to say thank you to the entire trans community. I really think that if YouTube was not such a platform, then Quinn would be in a very, very, very dark place. And right now it's really hard, but being able to come on and listen to everybody's story and, you know, see them work through it and go through it, I think is fantastic. So even though obviously we don't know any of you in person, I watch the videos with him, sometimes on my own. I would really like to find a channel for lesbian women who are married to trans men. So if anybody knows anything, please put it down. Subscribe, ask all the questions you want. I look forward to doing more videos with him. It's been kind of fun. Sorry it's been so long, that we've taken so long, but just a big giant thank you to everyone. I truly, 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 truly think that you helped save his life. So, thanks.
Alright, we've made her cry. We're going. See you guys next time. Thanks for listening.